Hey, this is Donna with Vibrant Living International, and you really want to learn how to level up your life. You should be listening to the Time to Shine Today podcast with my good friend, Scott Ferguson.
Time to Shine Today podcast, Varsity Squad. It's Scott Ferguson. We're at episode 255 with my Vibrant Living awesome sauce friend, Donna Tashjian. She wants you to learn, and she will actually help you turn your baggage into luggage. Donna was a mother at a very young age. I'll let her tell that story within the meat of this podcast. But what she does for people to help them be able to really build relationships with depth and not so much width, it just really stood out to me. I have notes upon notes, and I hope you break out your notebooks to take your own. So without further ado, here's my really good friend, Donna Tashjian from Vibrant Living. Let's level up. Time to Shine Today podcast, Varsity Squad. This is Scott Ferguson. I got myself a little homegrown, a little Midwestern girl. I'm from Michigan, and my good friend Donna Tashjian is from Michigan as well, and she's the founder of Vibrant Living International. She's also a life mastery coach, an ordained minister, podcaster, and author. She helps bring accelerated transformation to people across the world. Her passion is to help you reach your potential. She specializes in helping you turn your baggage into luggage so you can live the life of your dreams using and developing your spiritual intelligence. Donna has been speaking and coaching for over 20 years, and she always reminds us at the end of everything she says, live and love vibrantly. And Donna, thank you so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself to the Time to Shine Today podcast, Varsity Squad. But first, what's your favorite color and why?
Oh, that's a hard one. I love color. Probably blue.
Okay.
Is probably one of my favorite colors, but right. I just love color. So that's a hard one for me. But my name is Donna, like Scott had said, and it is a pleasure to be here today to share a few moments with you guys and just connect.
I love it. And you're across the board of leveling up. That's what we say here at Time to Shine Today. We're all about leveling up, and it's not about gaming or anything like that. It's about your life, your health, wealth, and mindset. I mean, you're a mastery coach, an ordained minister. You rock your podcast as well, which I've listened to a couple episodes or watched them on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And you're a published author of an awesome book. She has a giveaway, which we'll get to a little bit later. It's on the front page of her website, iVibrant Living. Free ebook, An Umbrella on a Sunny Day. So we're going to get to that as well. A little giveaway for you when you visit our website, but stay here with us as we rock the mic. So Donna, let's get to the roots of your story. Again, you're across a plethora of everything we believe in here at Time to Shine Today, where we don't want to have anyone to feel like they have no one. Okay. And
yes.
you fit that mold perfectly. So let's get to the roots. What got you here?
What got me here? I have always had a passion to help people. It was kind of funny when you start reflecting on your life. And one of the things that I noticed is I was always the girl who people were going, I can't believe I'm telling you this.
Yes.
And so that was something that I always gravitated to. I would always be in those kind of situations, being able to help people. But my own story, I'll had a lot to do with it. Mm-hmm. And I, without going in a lot detail, I was a teenage mom at the age of 15.
Wow. Okay.
And it wasn't consensual.
Sorry.
So, learning how and I've tried to find the adjectives to describe that period of my life, but there just isn't any that are enough. To say it was hard just doesn't seem to cover it, but I raised my little girl. And so learning the things that when people have been through traumatic type of things or painful disappointments in our life, what it happens to us and how do we recover so that we can shine. I love the name of your podcast, so that we can actually shine, because our light gets dim when we're depressed and when we're hurt and when things have happened to us. So that's really how I got started. Okay. That was my beginnings.
Love it. So when you're in a discovery process, do you coach people one-on-one? I'm sure you do if you're a master coach, right? So you do some one-on-one coaching. So when you're bringing people in, if you don't mind sharing some of your secret sauce to help them find the blind spot that they're facing.
A lot of it is, as people talk, I have a knack to be able to see what each person's blind spot is, what they're not seeing. And so that is a little bit different for each individual, because if you listen to people, I believe it's a God-given ability that I have, as I'm able to see what's behind the words that really gets to the root of things. But a few tips when you're going through difficulties, I call it building my understanding muscle or superpower. And what I mean by that is understanding that there can be a gift in every adversity if we look for it. One of my programs is called Turning Your Baggage into Luggage so you can live the life you've always dreamed. And baggage thinking is things like, why did this happen? This isn't fair. This isn't right. This isn't just. Why? And when we get there, we're stuck in the why and we never really get an answer. But luggage thinking, in my analogy, is I can't change this. This happened to me. It's now a part of me. So how can I use it to grow and become a better me so that I can actually shine and not be stuck, if I will, in air quotes, in my pity party of my mourning it all. So searching for the gift, I call it gifts wrapped in sandpaper. They're not pretty wrapped. They're not wrapped in a bow.
Right.
They are just hard times in our life and helping us. They can help you shine in a way you would have never before because it rubs off stuff.
Sure.
So learning that's been one of my biggest things that's helped me.
Sure. I love it that you're staying neutral on stuff, because a lot of people will have a foot in the future, a foot in the past, and then pee on the present. And there's so much time and so much stuff that you can learn in the past where you don't have to live there. And I love it that you're turning that baggage into luggage. So what do you feel then, Donna, makes a great coach?
Oh, you didn't tell me all these questions.
I'm not going this time to shine, baby. I'll give you the fake stuff and then we ask the real stuff on the
online. I don't know about everybody else, but what I feel for me makes a great coach is a good listener, knowing that you are helping someone and it's bigger than you. You don't have to have all the answers. You just need to listen and help them find the right choices that are for them. So being compassionate, being empathetic, and a good listener.
Love it. And so when you're in the discovery period with a new client then, and like you're talking to them, is there any good question that you wish they would ask you but never do?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I can't really think of any question. Usually I'm asking the questions to help them to discover.
Right.
So it's helping them discover by my questions as opposed to the other way around.
Powerful questions.
One of my favorite things, maybe this is one, now that I thought of it, is what do I need to let go of? Because I say transformation or growth is a continual process of letting go. So what do I need to let go of? One of my coaches did that to a group of us at the beginning of the year. You're setting all these goals for the new year and all this. And he said, what are you letting go of from the previous year as opposed to a goal? So growth is letting go of something.
Love it.
So that would be a great question.
That's awesome. What's expected of me and what am I looking to let go of? That's beautiful. So then what do you feel that your strengths are? I've heard listening. What other, because not only do you listen with your ears, I'm sure you listen with your eyes, and really taking all the senses, but what other strengths do you have?
My biggest way to listen is with my spirit.
Okay.
That's what I do. I have listened to women's stories, and one of those stories where you have to keep your face neutral, but you want to go, oh my God.
Gotcha.
And you keep your face neutral and I ask my intuition, my spirit. I'm a faith-based coach.
Love it.
So I ask God, what's the right question to unlock this problem?
Love this. Love it. Everything's powerful. A lot of people get coaching and consulting kind of mixed up. Like I only thing I will ever consult on is real estate, just because I've been in it for 25 years, right? But coaching, you don't know someone's business. I've been blessed to have Fortune 100 clients now for the past 5 years. And, everything's about questions. And you said it so many times, powerful questions, listening for a map to give them, and they actually find it out. That's the thing about a great coach, is they find their way with the questions you ask them. And I love that you're saying this. So let me ask you something. If you saw the movie Back to the Future, okay, let's get in that DeLorean with Marty McFly. Let's go back to the 22-year-old that had a 7-year-old.
Yes.
Let's go back to that 22-year-old Donna. What kind of knowledge nuggets, that's what we call them here at Time to Shine today. What kind of knowledge nuggets would you be dropping on her to maybe help her shorten her learning curve, level up, and blast through with what you know now?
I would tell her that she's enough.
Yes.
And the 22-year-old Donna was really big on proving her worth. And so I would tell her that she's enough just being who she is and who God created her to be. And that
that's awesome, Donna.
And that she's loved. That's what I would tell her.
That is beautiful. And that's such an awesome way to put it, because you just said that like you were trying to prove yourself.
Yes.
And you're a mom of a 7-year-old at 22, right? So it's like you felt that chip on your shoulder, for lack of a better term. That.
Yeah, I had 2 children by that point.
Oh, wow. Okay. Gotcha. So how do you want your dash remembered? That little line in between your incarnation date and your expiration date, your life date and death date on your tombstone. How do you want your dash remembered?
I want to be known, and I have this written down. I want to be known as someone who lived not by her senses, but by her spirit, and that she helped others to look for faith and miracles in every situation.
Wow. Sorry, squad. I'm writing this down. Who live not by their senses, but by spirit, and you help people overcome their limitations. Is that what you're saying?
Helping people to look past their limitations to believe for miracles.
I'm glad that you brought up limitations. I'm still writing. Sorry.
That's all right.
All right. So I'm glad that you brought up limitations. So to what extent do you appreciate your own limitations?
Well, one of the ones I alluded to before, when someone's sitting there telling me a massive problem and that's going on in their life, is I understand my limitations, that I'm not the answer, but I am tapped into the one who knows the answers.
God, absolutely. Love that.
So yes, I understand that I'm not the savior.
Love that.
I am sometimes his arms.
Right.
And his ears as far as physically goes, but I'm not the answer. I just know who is, and I know where to go for it.
You're a conduit through him. And that's
absolutely.
Beautiful.
And I know that.
I love it. So then, Donna, what do you think people misunderstand about you the most?
When I was younger, a little bit more, I think, than today, but I had a tendency, at least I was told, to be a little bit too straightforward.
Abrasive at times. That's where the sandpaper comes in. I love it.
Yes, okay. I don't. Some people say I have a fist with a velvet glove on it.
Love it.
And so I just at certain points, it's like I'm no longer nurturing. It's like, this is what's going on. What do you want? And so I don't beat around the bush. I'm very compassionate and empathetic, but if it's whatever it is, I'm going to call it that.
Yes. I love it. And I think as time progressed, you maybe put a little bit of more lipstick on that pig and made it a little bit softer.
Yes.
Yeah. I love it. So then let's get back in that DeLorean with this time with Doc Brown. Remember at the end, he's like, where we're going, there are no roads, right? So let's move forward. Where do you see Vibrant Living in 5 years?
we're on a growth curve, and I just see it continuing of being able to touch more women. I predominantly work with women.
Okay.
I have clients international now, and that's just going to continue to grow.
Love it.
As far as United States and international. There's a great possibility that I'll be training other coaches.
Nice.
That's something I'm considering to train other people to do what the program and plan that I have seen transform women's life to help other women do that too. So that's another possibility.
That's big. That's big. That's fantastic. And I hope having you on here will help you even level that up a little bit more. So then what keeps you up at night, Donna?
I don't stay up a lot at night with problems, but I've had to learn after 20 years how to handle those kind of things, but it's praying. I'm praying about things.
I love it. I pray every day. That's where I leave it. I leave it on God's shoulders, and my listeners know I'm a man of faith, Christian dude. So I love that you do that. So Donna, what is your definition of life well lived?
To me, ultimately, life is defined by relationships that you have, and how deep those go, not necessarily how wide, because that's the only thing that we will take with us.
Yes. I love that. That is one of the best answers I've ever heard. And I'm not even blowing smoke up you know what, it's seriously, that is a fantastic answer. So let's take out of this equation any computers, electronics, tablets, cell phones. There's 3 things that Donna can't live without.
God, my Bible, maybe those are the same. My husband, my kids, my grandkids.
Love it. Family and love. That's beautiful. Yeah. And hey, time to shine today. Podcast Varsity Squad. We're back with my homegirl, Donna Tashjian. I'm just bullshitted it again. We'll just call her Donna. I apologize. We're back with Donna. And Donna, you and I could speak 15, 20 minutes on each one of these questions. We're both people of faith. We're both coaches. We're all about helping others level up while taking care of our own temple. But you got 5 seconds on each one of these. Okay. So no, you can't cheat because you got 5 seconds. So you ready to level up?
I'm ready.
Here we go. What's the best leveling up advice Donna's ever received?
Proceed every day as if success is inevitable.
Yes. Share one of your personal habits that contributes to your success.
Devotions.
Love it. Love it. Daily, right? Love it. Other than your own website, which is iVibrantLiving.com and also TimeToShineToday.com, my shameless plug. What website does Donna like to go to level up?
Oh, I don't know that one. I don't necessarily go. I follow, blogs and videos a little bit.
We'll just say Google. Google's a website.
Yeah, that'll work.
There you go. So you see me, I'm in my doldrums outside of the good book. And of course, your book, and your book. What other book would you be handing Fergie if you see him in his doldrums, help him level up?
One of the biggest ones that helped me was The Magic of Thinking Big.
Yeah. Maxwell Maltz, right? Yeah.
I can't remember the author, but that was one of the ones in the beginning that I read a lot.
Maxwell Maltz. It sits on my bookshelf. Fantastic. What's your most commonly used emoji?
A hug.
Love it. What was your New Year's resolution 2021?
To live extravagantly.
Love it. Chess or checkers?
Checkers.
Me too. What's your favorite charity and or organization you like to give your time or money to?
I've been giving lately to women trafficking prevention.
Thank you for doing that. That's beautiful. We'll make sure we put that link in the show notes, Donnie. Okay. Awesome. Last question. You can elaborate just a little bit on this one, Donna, but what is the best decade of music? 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s?
probably the 80s.
Okay.
You have to understand that the 70s and 80s were rough years for me.
Yeah, you were raising the little ones.
So they
yeah.
weren't, all those bring back those memories,
Sure.
but they're the ones I remember the most.
That's great. That's fantastic. So how can we find you, Donna?
Well, as you mentioned, my website is the letter I, vibrantliving.com. There's a resource tab too. There's all kinds of resources, blogs there to help people in all different capacities. And my podcast link is there too.
Love it. Yeah. And the podcast squad, all this stuff's going to be in the show notes. You got to go to her website, the letter I, vibrantliving.com. It's a fantastic website. There's a picture of my beautiful friend, Donna there, but she also has a free book, An Umbrella on a Sunny Day. Can you give us a little rundown on what they're getting free there?
When we've been through disappointments in our life, a lot of times we are preparing, even when things are good, for the other shoe to drop. So we are, the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day, but man, my luck's going to change. I know it. It's going to rain. Right. And so we somehow are preparing for bad. So that's where the umbrella on a sunny day comes from. And so the book is full of more of my personal stories and other strategies to be able to not do that, because we actually get what we expect.
Yes.
So if we can change our expectations, we can then change our life.
Like Jim Rohn said, right? We bring about what we think about, right?
Absolutely.
So I love. I cannot wait to actually just dig into this myself. And thank you for making it free to the squad. That's fantastic. And Donna, do me one last huge solid favor and leave us with one last knowledge nugget you want us to take with us, internalize, and take action on.
Discover where you actually are on your map. Be super honest with where you are. When we're going through difficulties, often the bad becomes normal. So notice whatever you wish would be better, and then take one small step in creating what you would want instead.
Love that. And squad, we just got a really free masterclass from my homegirl from Michigan, Donna. And she's somebody that had a huge, we're not going to call it so much a barrier in life, but she had a lot of challenges being a teenage mom. And she wants you to turn your baggage into your luggage. She's had a passion to help. She's somebody that people are saying, I can't believe I'm telling you this, but after this interview, I can see exactly why they did that. She listens intently, not just with her ears, but also her eyes. And she's going to really dig in and help you find your adversity and find that gift in the adversity and help you level up and get through it. And again, the coach is that great listener. They realize that it's bigger than themselves. They're there to help you. So make sure your coach is doing that for you. If not, let us make an awesome, warm introduction to Donna for you. She's going to ask yourself, if you're starting to work with a coach, ask them, what do they feel you need to let go of? And they're going to be doing that through the powerful questions. Part of the transformation, as Donna said, is letting go. She wants you to remind yourself, you are enough. You have nothing to prove. You are enough. God loves you. Take your strengths and make them powerful, and just to help as many people as you lived that you can. This is where I was caught writing. She's going to remember somebody as someone that lived not by the senses, but by the Spirit, and help people look past their limitations and believe in miracles. And that's exactly what Donna does. And she wrote, life is defined by your deep relationships, not so much how wide your relationships are. And that's what we're going to be remembered for. And success isn't inevitable. Donna did remind us of that. And know where you are on the map. And if you're in a bad spot, don't let that define you. Remember, like we say at Time to Shine today, inch by inch, it's a cinch. By the yard, it's hard. So take those little steps to help you get through. And that's exactly what Donna will help you do over at iVibrant Living. And Donna, thank you so much for coming on. You level up your health. You level up your wealth. You're so fun. You're engaging. And I can't wait to collaborate with you in the future, my friend.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure, Scott.
Awesome. Talk soon, my love.
Okay.
Love your guts. Level up.
Bye.
Hey, thanks so much for listening to this episode of Time to Shine Today podcast. Proudly brought to you by Sutter and Nugent Real Estate. Real Estate Excellence, who can be reached at 561-249-7266 and online at www.sutterandnugent.com. If you are a business owner or professional who would like to be interviewed on Time to Shine Today, please visit timetoshinetoday.com/guest. If you like this episode, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. There's a link in the show notes to our website. Also there, you will see our recommended resources. We hope that you will support our show by supporting them. If you like what you've been listening to, it'd be great if you could just give us a 5-star rating and tell your friends how to subscribe while you're at it. I'm your host, Scott Ferguson, and until next time, let's level up. It's our time to shine.